Right. Oh, did you already start it?
Yeah.
Well done.
No, because I know we have to do those in a particular order.
All right. There we are.
And now me.
And now you. And now this. Okay. Hey, KP! That's right. It's like Christmas Eve, isn't it? Hey, Spy Garden, how's it going?
Hello, everyone.
Oh, it worked! It actually picked up your microphone the first time. Maybe it's because there was a bit of a delay. Sure. Hey, Lucky, how's it going?
Hey, Ducky.
Okay, I need to finagle things a little bit.
There have been events since last we talked.
I have picked up a very nasty blister on my foot as a result of my jet-set lifestyle. And it has a big bandage on it, and it's sore, and I have to elevate it. So I needed to get all arranged. Hey.
Hey, Kiwi.
Hey, Kiwi. The trip was...
It was fine.
It was fine. Unfortunately, like I said, I got this nasty blister on my foot, and it seems to have come into existence as I was arriving on the fun portion of my week.
Which just feels like some
Which was
bullshit,
just not
doesn't
cruel,
it?
and it was cruel, and I got to do a couple of things, but I didn't get to do... Wondering where Wednesday went, I was using that. Yeah, right? For sure. Why does it say that's incoming ad break? It already ran the ad break. Maybe not. Maybe it said it was going to run an ad break, but it lied. It was nice having a federal holiday in the middle of the week. That's right, it's Juneteenth today. I didn't have any U.S. cult workers coming on this afternoon, which made it a great day to get kind of caught up on stuff. Folks, we will be running the top of stream break in about 30 seconds, just so everybody knows. So take your time, settle in, get yourself a beverage, or, an uncomfortably late dinner, as was nearly our case. And we won't be kicking off for a little bit yet. It'll be fine. We're just going to hang out. Hey, Ann Witch, how's it going? And the ad break's going to start in about 10. So the trip was really... The weather. Oh, California, how I have missed your weather.
California.
It just... There's something about the sun going down that has that special shade of orange in California. And yes, I know it's poor air quality, but it's also nostalgic. You like sodium lights? I like smog sunsets, apparently.
There is no hate. This is not a dark side situation. Hate does not lead to suffering.
Did you get any good sushi or tacos? Both! I had good sushi and good tacos and bagel sandwiches. And I went to a restaurant I have always wanted to go to with some dear friends, which does soup dumplings, which were delicious and amazing, and really good garlic green beans, which reminds me I need to ask Margaret for that knockoff.
For that fill-in, yeah.
So there was much food. There was very, very tasty food. And I got to listen to NPR on Sunday morning with Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me. And I got to sleep in a couple of days, which was very, very nice.
Which was very necessary.
Yes. And I got to do I went to Trader Joe's and got a parking space. That's how miraculous my weekend was.
Which for non-Americans is impossible.
Yeah.
It's like going to...
It's like they specifically pick the locations for Trader Joe's that has the least amount of parking. But I had a great time. It was really fun, and all of the things that I acquired fit in the suitcase to come back, so my packing went quite well. It's the equinox tomorrow, and I swear to God it was winter yesterday. Spike Garden, we were just reflecting on that. We've owned this house for 6 months on Friday. And I'm kind of like, what do you mean it's been 6 months?
We haven't quite lived here for 6 months.
Right, we've lived here for less time than that.
No, actually, that's a lie. We moved in January. We will have lived here for 6 months.
No, that would be July.
Okay.
So we've only lived here about more than 5 months, but we picked up the keys on the winter solstice. I can't believe it's been 6 months.
Time flies.
I know.
Man.
And I still feel like half the rooms aren't unpacked, and they are unpacked. They're just not arranged yet. Did the business part of the trip, which was fine. Got to see lots of work colleagues. We talked a lot about Three Body Problem, actually, Chinese science fiction. Which
You
was
said
cool.
that was very much kind of the breakout.
It was the like most prevalent stuff that we talked about, which was cool. And then went to LA for the long weekend, and then flew back. And I got some sleep on the flight on the way home, which was nice. And my foot was in quite a state by that point by the time I got home. And now I've been just babying it, and it seems to have turned the corner and is recovering much nicer now. But I am still kind of stuck with wearing flip-flops for the short term because my foot is still kind of grumpy and swollen, which is not fun, but such is life. And I think we're back from ads. So did everybody have a really good time with Alistair playing Clockpunk? Because Cloudpunk, sorry.
Holiday Ian, say what?
Should have predicted that, really. Right! Didn't Father Thomas just run out of the Christmas Day speech?
Yes, he did.
Sauce! But how was Cloudpunk?
Cloudpunk's good.
You told me they kidnapped the dog!
They kidnapped Camus. And we had to eject Camus from the cab. And you get a new cab because this happens so often. Cloudpunk have a standing order with a dodgy car salesman. And you have all these different kind of shells you can choose. And I had the chat basically choose the one they wanted.
Do they have mechanical differences? Or
There's basically Corbin Dallas's cab from Fifth Element. And a couple of very clearly kind of Mercedes-Benzes. Oh, nice, Kiwi. And what's pretty fucking clearly a Starfleet worker bee.
Oh, really?
So we're flying a Starfleet worker bee.
Of course you're flying a Star Trek worker bee. That sounds appropriate.
And we left it off because when we were going to the kind of off-the-books community that harvests moss from the cooling tunnels. And we were dropping food off for them.
Okay. Is this the cooling tunnels that are part of the infrastructure of the city where we think the bomb was designed to go off? Or it would have gone off if we dropped it down the garbage chute? Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, nicely put together. Hey, Zalia.
Hey, Zalia, how's it going? Poor Zalia got, torrentially soaked with a freak...
What?
They went out for a walk... And then, 5 minutes later, there was some sort of freak torrential downpour that, completely soaked them. I hope you didn't get ill, and I'm glad you got a ride back home. But what the hell? Out of nowhere. Is that your drink?
It's actually my second one. I thought I'd stack them.
Oh, you need to be drinking more water, honey. I love you. I love you dearly, but you are not acclimatized to these above 20-degree temperatures.
Do you want me to go wipe this out? Is it going to get me too sugary?
No, it's not too sugary. I'm just saying you need to drink more water.
You need to be drinking more water.
Yes, precisely. I'm trying to think about what else I did. I did not buy the whole board game set of actually because I didn't have space in my suitcase, but I did buy 2 packs.
You realize that now, don't you?
I do realize that now and have regrets, but that's okay. But we bought 2 sets of expansion cards.
Road trip.
Kind of like when you just buy extra trivia cards for Trivial Pursuit or something. And one of them are general trivia, and one of them is specifically Dimension 20 trivia. So we have a road trip with a friend planned here shortly, and I'm like, yes! Actually road trip question sounds really fun. So we are equipped for that now. And I picked up all sorts of fun American treats, like peanut butter M&Ms.
Many of them.
And smoked almonds, because, curse you, Brendan Lee Mulligan, you can't get flavored almond snack things in this country.
Brilliantly,
and I've been craving barbecued almonds as a result.
Many of the American treats have been put at the bottom of the freezer, so in about 3 months we'll be like, what the fuck's... Holy shit.
Yeah, we'll have forgotten about them, and a few months later they'll surface, or it'll be like a Christmas treat or something.
It's a Christmas miracle.
I would put... Please, Trader Joe's, if you're hearing me, please, if we can have a Whole Foods in London, please, can I just have 1 Trader
One
Joe's.
stinking TJ.
Just one. I will drive to you. Just please, can I have dill Havarti cheese and JoJo's and chocolate covered almonds and mochi and your really good spiced apple cider in the fall. Just one store. I will travel to you. Just bring me one Trader Joe's. You can even have no parking. I'll live. Please, I need a Trader Joe's. The almonds sound lovely. I wish almonds didn't make me itchy. I'm sorry they make you itchy. But Trader Joe's does a dark chocolate turbinado sugar-covered almond that I bought 2 packs of to bring home. And the barbecue ones, because they're very, very tasty. I'm going to need to learn how to make my own barbecued almonds, I think.
I think it's going to involve getting a smoker, basically.
Is there not liquid smoke? I possess this?
Good point.
I might have to discover. I'm sure it's probably like smoke powder and salt or something. I don't know. I will have to investigate. So yes, I brought back treats. Oh yeah, probably smoked paprika for sure. I brought back treats, and we each bought a couple things of clothes, because we could, because the US is awesome.
And because I always need another couple of t-shirts and a Henley, so...
Alistair always needs a Henley. What can I say?
I love a Henley. I look good in a Henley.
He loves a Henley. So yeah, it was a great trip. And I really want to go back. And next year, Worldcon will be in Seattle, which is on the West Coast. And with friends, we have discovered that there is a cruise, a 4-day cruise with no excursion stops, so straight just over the water, that runs from Vancouver to Los Angeles. Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada to Los Angeles. And it takes place after Worldcon. So our intention is to get friends who are not able or interested in going to Worldcon to come take this cruise with us, and we will decompress after Worldcon and just... We decided that everybody was going to bring one board game.
Oh, I love that.
Border card game, and that we could all take turns playing all the different board and card games.
That reminds me, one of these friends who is very dear to us has hooked me up with something which perhaps one or two of you
forgot about.
something which I completely forgot about. One of my favorite pro wrestlers is a guy called Danhausen, and Danhausen's shtick is that he is in no way a demon. Danhausen is clearly a demon.
Hey, Pine.
His catchphrase is very nice, very evil, in that Danhausen is also a deeply incompetent demon. And he has recently just got his first ever action figure, which Matt Wallace, our friend, has hooked me up with. And this is a figure which also is the limited edition version that comes with the jar of teeth that he does use during matches, and a bag of real human money.
Hello, Fanhausens. It is I, Danhausen. Thank you for purchasing this very nice, very evil, and now very rare collectible Danhausen actioned figure. Love that Danhausen, or be cursed.
You heard me correctly. He uses a jar of teeth.
The jar of teeth.
The very first video I saw of Danhausen was an sit-down interview, and the interviewer jokingly goes, "So, Danhausen, are you a demon?" And he just freezes in place for 40 seconds and just goes...
It also includes
no.
A sack of human money.
A sack of human... He had this whole thing where he really wanted a blimp. He just wanted a Zeppelin, and he was saving up all his money to buy a Zeppelin.
Alistair is inordinately happy to have this lovely, lovely treat. We're gonna have to find a place to put it in your office. A sack of human money, yes. It's hilarious.
His theme tune for a long time was the old song Tequila, but instead of it going da 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 tequila, it was just him going Danhausen.
Real human money.
Real human money.
Real human money. All right, so it's Christmas Eve, if I remember correctly.
And nothing bad is happening.
We've just had the big Christmas speech. And the priest has left mysteriously, and I am very suspicious. That's right, we've just had the speech, and there are people to talk to now, aren't there? Okay, let's check our cute little frog in the hat. Alright, where is our, journal and such?
It's been a couple of weeks.
I can't remember how to do this. People, glossary, maps, journal. Here's what I want. That's enough work for Christmas Eve. I made Christmas cookies. Perktenflauf soon. Time to head over to the Commons so we can shiver together. And then the Christmas feast is happening. I suppose I should be friendly and say hello to everyone. I love how this is called the Revolt of 1525. Is this what I'm going to put on the...
I think it is.
I have to decide what I'm going to put on the mural for this. Oh, and these are all the previous things. Okay. Alright. So I've helped make cookies, and there's been a conversation, and the priest has left. So who can I talk to now? I can talk to Eva, Veronica, Anna, Alexander. I thought I talked to Alexander already. Oh. I was going to write during the stream, but beloved doggo Athena has decided my lap belongs to her and not my laptop. Untitled Murder Husbands podcast will have to wait. Oh,
and yes, you can indeed give your real human money to Pine.
For Forge Gods, where you can listen to Alistair be an absolute asshole. Because you get to play Zeus. It's going to be delightful. Should we talk to Andres first? Who should we talk to? We have many people to talk to. Let's start with Verna. You feel up to Verna?
I feel up to Verna.
Verna. I haven't looked at the Indiegogo. How is it going, by the way? I remember I pledged, and then I tend not to pay attention to it as much. We need to do much better than that, don't we? We need to be supporting this.
I shall do tweets.
Yes, please. Can we put it in Signal Boost? Actually, you won't make it because it closes in 11 hours. So I don't think we'll make it in this week's Signal Boost.
No, that's a shame.
Okay. Well, we will have to see what else we can do to support this. We made it to 18%, which was much more than I thought I'd get. I'm glad that you're happy with the level of progress, and
yes.
I think you deserve all the monies.
You do deserve all the monies.
All right, Verna, what you up to?
Merry Christmas, Magdalene. A festive Christmas to you, my dear lady.
Merry Christmas to you all. How are you enjoying the feast?
What a stirring speech by that big Jorg. His wonderful voice is just perfect for speeches. I don't think he likes giving speeches. A shame. We were just discussing the history of Christmas, Magdalene. It is most intriguing.
I like this. Oh, do continue. I'm eager to learn more.
It is a most sacred season. Without Jesus, how could we be brought out of sin?
Do you want that alphabetically or categorically?
Thank you. As Malachi said, Jesus is the Son of Righteousness, the symbol for the dawn of a new era. The sun. The Romans also celebrated a sun god, Sol Invictus, right around this very time of the year.
As did most major religions.
Emperor Aurelian even founded an imperial cult in which Sol played a prominent role in their Mithraic mysteries.
What's a Mithraic mystery?
It is nonsense. Jesus is not some sort of a pagan sun god. Okay. As St. Augustine said, it is the most fitting time to celebrate the nativity of Christ. He who bent low and lifted us up chose the shortest day, yet the one whence light begins to increase.
How astrologically coincidental!
There's a couple of backflips Verna's doing in there, aren't there?
Yeah, let's just roll on. Roll on. What are your thoughts on this history of Christmas, Balthus?
I find the practical matters of it most enlightening. Christmas is the last feast before the cold of deep winter. Our lives are so dependent on the progress of the season. Cattle are slaughtered to lower the cost of feeding them. We indulge in their sacrificial meat before the months of starvation.
And so they keep us alive.
Just so. In Genoa, we remember the Roman roots of Christmas, Saturnalia, as it was called, the winter solstice. Many of the traditions and rituals are borrowed from the Romans.
We got them from the Greeks.
Rome may have had the first celebration, but the Arian heresy soon thereafter was a severe misstep.
I've heard very little about this Arian heresy.
It was a doctrine that stated that Jesus, the Son, was distinct from God, the Father.
My dude, this is how we get the Trinity.
Arius argued that they are not same in essence, co-equal and co-eternal. We are fortunate Emperor Constantine put an end to this grievous error.
You like to double down on somebody else's choices.
And we are fortunate Charlemagne was crowned upon Christmas Day, else its popularity may not have recovered.
Almost as if Charlemagne was a shrewd politician.
You are ever grim. Lighten your mind, Werner. I rather enjoy your Christ Kindle, the gift bringer, a most joyous idea.
Generosity helps strengthen the bonds of a community.
Yes, you have it right, Magdalene. Ultimately, however true the various elements of Christmas, it is good because it unites the community. That is why we are here, to feast and be merry. And partake in the most splendid beer that has been brewed. Salutations to you, my friend Baltus.
I don't know if I've even tried it, so I'm just going to nod along. Nah, let's big him up. It's excellent. Well done, Baltus.
I admit it is most palatable. Oh, you're all too kind. There's plenty of room to improve. Then I will help you hone the formula. How about you, Magdalene? Not you putting down roots?
I think this is the good question to ask. You intend to stay in Tassing even after the snow is melted?
I'm in no rush. The bank can survive for a moment without me. But my friend Baltus here may be less so. I have done very well so far, thank you. It is the season for giving, is it not?
Won't you be in trouble for further delaying your return?
Trouble. What does a tiny bit of trouble matter to Nazio Agostini? Becoming stuck in Tassing is surely an act of God. I cannot control the weather. I am where I am meant to be. Say, Alexandra and Casimirs play such delightful songs. Perhaps a dance later?
Why not? Until later, gentlemen. Oh, he's flirting.
So, Werner's going to be the fighty drunk.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Andros, how's it going?
Happy Christmas, Magdalene.
Magdalene, dear. Merry Christmas, Magda.
God bless.
Merry Christmas, everyone. How are you enjoying the feast? Utterly delightful.
A hearty meal, a mug of Balthus's latest brew. Everything a soul could wish for. It's everything your ample belly could wish for.
Andros, be nice.
I am as God made me in his infinite wisdom.
Well done, Full. I can see you're all in a great mood. Impossible not to be when I look at all the families gathered here tonight. The laughter of children running around, the love that brings a community together. We are blessed. I like this.
Don't do the party foul. No.
It's certainly better than all the arguing.
As long as you have moments such as this to realize that we matter to each other.
Well said, darling.
To the four of us.
Zdrowie. I don't have a drink to toast with.
And toast with your heart.
I'm so happy I married you, Andros. Oh, Resi, you're sweet.
The day I was inspired to come find you in Innsbruck was the most important day in my life.
Ah, love at long last. We know the feeling, don't we, Volklov?
The path before us was filled with thorns and thistles, but we endured. Make sure to prepare for that, Magdalene. There will always be some thorns on the path.
Oof!
Do it! Fucking do it!
Well, they're both kind of older, and I don't want to bring up like a sore subject.
Then maybe I'll do what I can. I think it's the nicest one.
I am going to say I'm already pretty familiar with the thorns, thanks.
Careful, Waslav. Magdalene's the sharpest thorn out of all of us.
Okay. Let's ask, what's next for you happy couples? Any thoughts of family? I fear we've become too old for that. Time will tell, I suppose.
I'm not so young either.
All things considered, it's best left for God to determine.
I actually really love that top one.
I hope you all get whatever makes you happiest. Same to you, dear.
Make the most of this night. You've earned it.
It's foreshadowing. Bless you, Magdalene.
Enjoy the feast. God bless you. They are the town's two non-problematic dudes, aren't they?
Yeah, I like them both. I like Andros a lot. I'm very happy he got married.
Didn't he only get married because we encouraged him in the last chapter to go look for her?
Yeah. Eva, Veronica, Anna. I'll save the musicians for last. Let's talk to Anna first. Hello, Magdalene. Happy Christmas to you.
Good evening, Magdalene.
Merry Christmas, you two. Ulrich, Andros, say hello to Mr. Strakarian.
Hi.
Hi. Oh, Andreas, don't be shy. You know Magdalene.
Sorry, Magdalene. He's a bit quiet.
Hello, Ulrich. Hello, Andreas.
How did you like Jorg's speech, Magdalene?
It's a good reminder of everything we still have. I think we all needed to hear it. For Paul putting him up to it at the last moment, it was well done.
Well, Werner insisted someone on the council make a speech. I didn't particularly want it to be me. But Jorg did it justice. You can always count on him to speak from the heart, especially if he drinks in.
Truthfully, I think much of the town needed some encouragement tonight. Chelsea hasn't had such a hard season since
the revolt.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's Christmas. We shouldn't speak of such sad times. I like this. I don't think anybody can avoid thinking about it. I can't.
You may be right. The revolt left a scar running through Tassing, even after all these years. Although, there is an old Latin proverb my dad used to say to me. Ignis aurum proat miseria fortes virus.
I'm not even gonna try. Fire is the test of gold. Misery is the proof of strong men. It's from the Ovid.
Was it? I never knew. There's no question the revolt left Tassing worse off. Seeing the town now does give me hope.
You're an artist, Magdalene. I think you can see it too.
The town is lighter without the monastery.
I think I do. Things seem brighter for Tassing somehow.
Yes, those miserable days gave us the resilience we needed to push ahead. Make things better.
The next generation, like you or Yuta and the twins, you saw what it was like to fight for ourselves.
stand up to tyranny, even at the cost of losing our homes and our lives. To be honest, most nights I'm grateful for the revolt.
Grateful? Really?
Oh yes, you wouldn't remember, but life was already terrible before that night. The revolt burned away the dead woods that had rotted Passing for decades. God knows my father was an evil man. His death released me from years of fear.
He's not wrong.
He's not wrong. His
He's
dad was a piece of
really
shit.
not wrong.
The revolt gave me the courage to face him, to become better than him. I think something of the same happened when the Abbey was destroyed. If things had gone on as they always did, well, I doubt we'd be having such a Christmas feast tonight. The cost was high, but
It's resulted in as much joy as grief. I hadn't thought about it that way. Because of the revolt, I could marry Paul, and we can supply grain to peasants at a fair price. Our children will grow up without the fear that ruled over my life as I got older. No moment in life is entirely good or bad, Magdalene. What matters more is how we choose to see it. I want her to talk about this. It is a wonderful way to think about it, but I don't know. I have a hard time seeing how my dad's attack could be anything but evil.
keep hope, Magdalene. The Lord helps those who trust in him.
Don't forget to take some time to have fun tonight, all right?
Mom, I want another cookie.
Shh, don't yell, sweetheart.
Excuse us, Magdalene. It seems we have cookies to fetch.
Of course. Merry Christmas to all of you.
Merry Christmas, Magdalene.
She does have a really good attitude. I like
She does.
that.
That family is one of the kind of key elements of how the tone of the town has changed quite strongly.
Yeah, very much so. All right, Veronica. Merry Christmas, Magdalene. Enjoying the celebration? It's wonderful to see everyone together in such high spirits, isn't it? Even Grandpa's enjoying himself. This winter's been difficult for his gout. The cold makes his joints seize.
Told him he didn't have to come to the Pecton Loaf, but he insisted. I haven't missed one Christmas procession in my life, and I'll be goddamned if some fucking snow stops me.
I love him. Oh, God, we know, old man. Anyway, like York said earlier, it's nice to have a night of good company and cheer.
Third one down. Yeah.
Thank you for mentioning my father in your speech, York. He'll be glad to know he was missed. Yeah, Ill Peter's gonna outlive them all.
You're welcome, Magdalene. Klaus is a good man. We all miss him as part of the community. To be honest, I didn't expect to make a speech tonight. I just thought about what happened in town this year. There's some real dickhead options here, aren't there?
I don't want to call him out. Really?
Werner kept insisting that someone make a speech, so Paul said that I was the most charismatic of anyone on the council.
He said that.
Well, he said I'd make the least amount of people angry over it. Baltus said it was my charisma. I actually like that. That is a very polite lie.
He did tell me it was fitting for the season.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, I thought it was fitting for the season, York. Paul did too. He told me so himself.
Oh, thanks. That's good. I'm glad people liked it. To be honest, I never thought I'd be someone people in Tassing listened to.
But you've always been a part of the town council.
We didn't always have a council, though. It wasn't until the night of the revolt, really, that I felt like I could do things on my own. Be my own man.
Take that, old ill Peter.
I loved my dad, but what he did, I thought it had doomed the town. I think either one of the top two is fine.
Yeah.
I genuinely don't think there's enough fuck you in the world for the abbot, but...
I like this. A lot of terrible things happened all at once. No one can shoulder all the blame themselves. Because even though the abbot did that, Peter is still the one who lit the fire and...
No, but my dad chose violence. He chose to destroy the abbey. I always went along with him because he was my dad. He had to be right. That night was the first time I thought any different. I learned that night you can fight for something right. I still choose the wrong way to do it.
He's not wrong.
And I swore I would never let that happen again. The revolt broke down everything I thought I knew about Tassin, about myself. It made a lot of things better for Tassin, and that makes me hopeful.
What do you mean?
Well, our new lord is strict, but he made a deal with us. The council lets us govern ourselves.
As much as I was grumbling earlier today, Jorg is right. Life changed in Tassing, and even though the first few years were hard, we're better for it now. No abbot looking down on us, making stupid laws as he sees fits. Our lord lives days away.
As long as we pay our taxes, we're left alone. It's a better life for Artemis and Apollo than we had. Don't you talk ill of my son, boy. Gave you everything he had. God rest his soul.
I know, Grandpa. I like this last one.
That kind of nails the complexity, doesn't it?
So even though you disagreed with Peter's actions, they made a better life for you. The real work happened in the days after the revolt.
My father would have been put to death as a rebel and a traitor if he had survived. We worked hard to make sure the sacrifices of those who died wouldn't be in vain. I've done the best I can to do right by the town and Dad. You're his son. You've done him proud, boy. Thanks, Grandpa. Anyway, I'm going for another pint. Anyone else?
That's a good place to pause real quick because we're about to run the first ad break.
Son boy. You, son boy, remain still.
My own darling man boy! Sorry, the friend I was staying with in LA is on sophomore year of Fantasy High, and so I got to watch a delightful episode involving Bill Seacaster and Pakakak. If you are familiar, you understand what the episode was without too many spoilers, and it is stuck in my head. So we're going to take an ad break. I'm going to make some herbal tea because it is after 9 o'clock.
I will not join you in that, but I will grab some water.
Honestly, Hawkeye, the Gutgak jailbreak episode and that reveal and the following episode is probably one of my favorite moments of sophomore year. I love it so much because Riz is such a supporting character, and he so rarely gets to be in the spotlight. That moment just gives me all the feels.
Every feel
for Riz.
All at once.
So much. It's so good. Oh, and Alistair. Oh, that was the other shopping we did, is we totally got Alistair an Intrepid Heroes mug, and there was no Night Yorm t-shirt in my size, and I was mad! It was not fair. Riz is my favorite boy. I adore him.
Best, dude.
Riz is so best. Good. So good. Right.
I am understandably very fond of Gorgug. because I can relate to
And
Marge.
because Zakoyama's a freaking sniper of comedy. He's so good.
And also, I can absolutely relate to large, but also clever.
Yeah.
You know?
The Barbificer
But Barbificer.
is such a good combo, for sure. Oh. I love that episode. I love that that reveal, and that follow-up is just one of my favorite moments of sophomore year. Right. I'm going to make myself some Greek mountain tea. I'll be right back.
Very well.
Entertain the people.
I was going to come with you and get some water.
I'll get you some water.
Okay.
Entertain the people.
I dance for you. There's no camera. I dance anyway. Oh, I can vamp with the best of them. What? Did we actually order it? Did you actually order it? So, Dimension 20 do a pin of the month club. Amazing. They do a pin of the month club, which is always something that comes from, a Dimension 20 episode. And there is...
involves the word honor. And if you know, you know.
And if you don't, there is a truly wondrous moment, and this is easy to find. They've been very sensible, and it's all over TikTok and YouTube, where one of their regular players, Brian Murphy, who is he's a deeply good dude, rolls to achieve something, and he goes, that was almost a natural 20, but it's cocked, and I've got to honor the cock. 2-second pause. Oh, man. And you can just see the exact moment where he goes, this phrase is going to follow me around for the next couple of years of my life. And his wife, Emily Axon, on the other side of the table, explodes with laughter. And it kind of ripples around all the other players. And there is this beautiful and very familiar moment where, when she has calmed down a little bit, Emily yells, "That's my husband, everybody," with simultaneously total mockery and absolute love, respect, and pride. And it's a familiar tone of voice. So, the Honor the Cock pin will shortly be arriving. It is the thing I love so much about Emily and Merv. She is not ironically so proud of him when he does some stupid shit. It's just amazing. Our renewal is coming up in about a month's time, and I told Marguerite this, and she was like, "You will renew that. We will have that renewed," and we did, and we will, and I regret nothing. It's amazing. They so are. It's just that there is unironic sweetness there, which I really vibe with. I really respond to. Hooray! We're back from ads. Brilliant. I honestly think it is. There's nothing wrong with watching Chopped and Doctor Who. They're both great. Speaking of, we are 3 in the hole for Doctor Who because Marguerite was in the US, so we've got so much stuff to catch up on. We've got Doctor Who, we've got the Game Changer finale that was yesterday, we've got the second half of Bridgerton, all kinds of good stuff. Sincerely, Starstruck, I think, is my favorite campaign. I love Starstruck. And it is that the Starstruck is that kind of beautiful thing where instead of the kind of, so which is your favorite someone can ask you, which is your favorite character? With Starstruck, the answer is yes. I love them all. I love each one of the terrible, terrible, barely functional people in that show. Although Reva might just take it. The phrase, "Well, that sounds very illegal. Hold, please," is used in this house about once a week. That 6 drugs, please.
6 drugs, please. I want Margaret Encino's golden cog necklace. Like, I'm trying to find
You are considering commissioning
who's
that.
make me Margaret Encino's golden cog
Who knew Margaret Encino would be goals for you? Huh?
Oh, Margaret Encino is like, oh, yes, that's what I want to be when I grow up.
We have not seen Rogue yet. We have seen the Doctor flirting outrageously with Rogue, refusing to let him turn the music off moment.
Is that the Doctor Who episode?
Yeah, the Kylie Minogue moment.
No, I've seen that little clip, but no, we have so much to catch up on. We have so much to catch up on. I have the second half of season 3 of Bridgerton, which means I have all of season 3 of Bridgerton to watch again. Damn it!
If you haven't seen it as well, there is this one just definition of classy response. Nicola Coughlan was asked a very patronising question on the press tour, which was basically,
how dare a fat girl get her moves on.
So how do you feel about being a fat lady doing sex scenes, except it was, phrased a little bit more carefully. And she looks the guy straight in the eyes and goes, well, it's a tremendous honour and a tremendous pressure, being part of a community that often isn't represented on screen. Women with perfect breasts, as I have, are often not seen in this way. And she just hammers the point home.
As a member of the Perfect Breasts
She's representing the women
Club.
with perfect breasts. So you say, fucking get him. Good job.
There was some interview series with her, doing an overview of past appearances and shows and stuff she's been in, which was really fun to watch.
The fact that she can turn the Derry Girls accent on is just incredible.
All right, I have my tea, which is herbal and therefore not caffeinated. It does have
She's
a little
also
bit of sugar
in Doctor Who.
What?
She's in the Christmas special.
She's in a Doctor Who Christmas special?
Yeah.
Is she Mom?
She might be evil.
Is she Mom?
She might be.
Oh, that would be amazing!
Right? If you're in the UK or if you're in the US and you have access to Tubi, she is also one of the two leads in a spectacularly good and horrifying sitcom called Big Mood, which is incredibly funny and deals very, very kindly with a whole bunch of stuff. Her character is bipolar and isn't dealing with it terribly well. And it is one of the most impressive performances I've ever seen. She is terrifying and brilliant and hilarious and sad, often all in the same scene.
It's got very Russian Dolls energy to me.
Very Russian Doll energy, and also she sleeps with Gale from Baldur's Gate 3 in the first episode.
The actor?
Yes.
Okay.
Not the character.
Okay, also, I would like you to know that the first thing I watched when I got home was the Veilguard trailer, and then the Veilguard gameplay, and then we did a complete inventory of all the novels and comics to make sure I have them all.
Some context for you.
And I am fighting very, very hard the urge to do a complete replay.
Some context for you. Marguerite loves the Dragon Age video game series, possibly more than any other video game series.
And what's your name, my darling?
Alistair.
Thank you!
One of the recurring
major
characters is called Alistair. And Dragon Age Veilguard, the fourth one, is after an 8-year development cycle out later this year. It's been
10 years since Inquisition.
Jesus Christ. And I know Veilguard's changed completely, I think, twice.
Yes. Well, Baldur's Gate 3 really up the stakes. They are dangling Varric at me as a potential romanceable character after 25 years! Anyway,
so here's how it goes. There are 3 of these games. Veilguard is the 4th. When Inquisition came out 10 years ago, we moved the living room around. We have an armchair, which I christened the Throne of Game.
I took 2 weeks off of work and put the chair in front of the television, and I sat there for 2 weeks and played Dragon Age Inquisition.
It was great.
Oh, remember, it was not great because you bought me the hoopty PC version with the box, with the map and the map markers, which I still have to this day, and my computer wouldn't run it. So then we bought it on the
Because
PS3,
that's how old this game is
which
now.
is the system we had at the time. And then the television broke. And then we had to buy a new television. And then we got the PS3 connected to the television and ran it. And the resolution on our new HD TV was so poor for the PS3 that we bought a PS4 and a third copy of the game.
This was the single most well-timed string of freelance contracts paying off I have
I
ever had
know.
in my life.
Oh my gosh.
This all happened because of 2 Doctor Who books.
Yeah, that finally got paid. And so we replaced the television, we bought a third copy of the game, we gave the other versions of the games to other friends. And then I finally got it. I had it, I spent the whole afternoon, getting set up. I made snacks, because it was over Christmas, I think. I made snacks, I had the chair set up, the game's load screen had been running for 3 hours, and the load screen of the game is the big temple of what's the saint's name? And Andraste. The big temple of Andraste in the background, and the Templars and the mages are all marching in a line into the temple because they're going to have this big conclave and figure things out. And the game starts, and you press start, and the temple explodes! And I didn't move from that chair
For 2 weeks.
for pretty much 2 weeks. It was glorious. And that's the experience I would very much like to have again. It's whatever fall 2024 means. I swear to God, if that game comes out during Worldcon, I'm gonna pitch a fit.
I'll let you know if we win a Hugo. You go home.
Let me know if we win a Hugo! You don't understand! They finally, Bianca has bit the bullet! I might get to romance Varric after 25 years! I get to play a dwarf. You get to play a human, an elf, a Kunari, or a dwarf! Yes!
See,
I played a dwarf every time they've let me. The only reason Hawk wasn't a dwarf is they wouldn't let me.
See, the other thing which you need to remember is there is very little Marguerite loves more in this world than a really, really good character creator.
True. I'm going to spend
word is that
so much time.
Word is that the character creation systems of Whale God has hundreds of adjustable variables.
And nudity for the first time, apparently. So
Gonna see the junk.
I'm very curious. I'm gonna have to start. I have a file in my notes application that I've carefully stored the names and the classes and the families of all of my Dragon Age characters. So
I love you so much.
Oh, I'm so excited. I get to be Lace Harding's best bro. Oh, it's gonna be amazing.
It's moments like this where every time I watch an episode of Brooklyn Nine-Nine where Amy gets excited about stationery and Jake's like, I love you so much. That's a familiar vibe.
Yeah, yes. I like stationery stuff. Right, Big York's going for a pint.
Yeah, bring a picture.
You've had enough, Grandpa. Your humors might become unbalanced. Another for me, York. Magdalene? I'll get myself another later, thanks.
Alright, we'll see you later then, Magdalene. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Big York has had quite the glow-up, hasn't he?
I'm feeling like... I'm wondering if there was a dialogue option there where you could kind of... Because there was one where you could kind of big him up as a speaker, and I kind of wish I would have taken it.
As a large man with confidence issues, trust me, I think he felt pretty bigged up.
Look how many young kids there are around now too, as well. All right, Eva and her family.
Magdalene finally came over to say hello. What the fuck do you want, Art?
Should I rib him about it? I'll just say hello again, Art.
Hello, Magdalene.
Happy Christmas, Eva. Till. Magdalene, how good to see you.
How is that mural coming along in the Rat House? Almost finished with it, I hear.
That's right. The last I heard about it, you were still working on the middle section. History of the Saints, right?
I love how Ox is very clearly animated to be a couple of sheets to the wind. The look on his face is very good. I love my job.
I don't think I should tell them I've been in the Abbey ruins, should I?
I wouldn't. But I also maybe wouldn't lie.
Well, she was kind enough to invite me in.
She was. You just don't need to tell them why.
She was kind enough to invite me into the convent so I could use the cloister as a reference.
I'm sure the interior of the convent is beautiful. The cloister was built in 1234, if I recall correctly. The Lord Kersau was a generous patron to the Benedictines. It's nice to see the poor Clares taking care of the place.
There's a beautiful mural of the Abbey's construction in the convent chapel. I made a sketch of it for the Rathaus.
How clever. You know, Alex has been dropping by the Rathaus so often, I'm starting to think he wants to be an artist.
Oh, this is his mom. How clever. You know, Ox has been dropping by the Rathaus so often, I've started to think he wants to be an artist. Maybe you can show him a thing or two.
That's not... I just... Oh, forget it. That is mom code for, my son likes you.
Yes.
I like you. I'm terribly sorry about my son. Please help me fix him. Marry this boy.
I'm thinking about it, but I don't like that he's still very not aware of his privilege.
The double entendre, and I'd be happy to show you my process sometime.
Yeah, yes, that's exactly what Eva's saying. You just be a distraction anyway. I like to work alone.
It's a little cruel, but I'd
be happy to teach you how to sketch sometime, Aunt.
Well, really, I mean, I really only wanted to watch. The best learning comes with application, Arts. You ought to give it a try.
Anyway, Magdalene, what are you painting on the mural now? I'm working on depicting the revolts, but I think I upset Agnes when I asked her about it.
That's right, you were just a few years old then. God, has it been that long?
Don't worry about Agnes. She acts cranky, but she's never truly upset with anyone. It took years for Tasling to recover after that night. Thank God we've come a long way since then.
Otto would be proud of what the town has accomplished.
Yeah. I think it's a shame he died without seeing what the town became.
It is. I pray that St. Moritz has blessed him in heaven for all the work Otto did in his name. I'm sorry, again.
Oh, that's okay.
The speech bubbles for Eva and Black Till are stacked right on top of one another.
That's Black Till.
Yeah, I'm sure that the Lord has made a space for him, Eva.
You know, Magdalene, I think he would be especially proud of you for memorializing Tasling in the mural. He would be thrilled to think that you'd become a part of the family.
Oh, you can play this very badly, can't you?
Wait. Proposing I marry your son?
This is a weird one, because this feels like... I don't know, that feels like misinterpreting it.
Well, she did say become a part of the family. She's laying it on real thick here. Yeah, neither of them are interested in subtlety. And you can really shut him down hard.
Oh, fuck no. Jesus Christ.
Are you proposing I marry your son? You're a capable young woman, Magdalene. Marriage is the next stage in life for you. We'll have to speak with Klaus, of course, but you and Otz are a good match. I'm going to stare awkwardly. Anyway, I don't mean to keep you chatting away with us older folks. Have fun and Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Eva. Phil. Merry Christmas, Otz.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, Mags.
Oh, man.
Oh,
Yeah, exactly. Somebody's just wrapped up my future under the tree, haven't they?
why is there a bow on it? The question you should be asking is, how long has it been there?
All right, play song.
Ah, Mistress Magdalene, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Alexander. Merry Christmas,
Casimir.
Casimir.
Can't leave yet.
I still can't leave. I'm here all week, right?
Just flew in from Berlin, and boy, are my arms tired.
Right. What does my book say about, or my journal say about everything? No, nothing much. All right, big guy. I can't do anything else.
Hey, Magdalene, I'm sorry to bother you during the feast.
What is it, York? Did you need something?
Well, all the chatter around the revolt earlier had me thinking, you're nearly done with the mural, aren't you? The last time you talked with the council, you said you were working on the final portion, painting the revolt. I don't mean to nag during the feast, though. That's Veronica's job.
I should have it done soon. I've been listening to people around town talk about the revolt, so I can get a better idea of how I want to paint it. Everyone has a different idea of how that night happened. But I think I finally settled on how I want to depict it.
Yeah?
Okay. I like the first one, honestly.
I like the first one.
I don't want to do this one. Though I do like the idea of painting everyone who died and their families.
Hey lads, how much Rage Against the Machine do you know?
Look, we got a couple of people nodding off here, it looks like.
1 or 3, I think works best.
I want to show what the peasants stood for. I'll show Otto giving a speech, and the soldiers in the distance.
That's a good perspective. Shows what happened without being too detailed about, well, what happened. I'm sure everyone will love it. Klaus will be proud of the design you've picked, and Eva will like that especially.
Exactly, Herben. That's the reason I didn't like the third option, is it just shows the destruction. It doesn't show the promise. It doesn't show the kernel of what the price that was paid and what an act of bravery it was.
Anyway, I'll get out of your way. You've got better things to do. I think Altz was looking for you too.
Oh wow! Yeah, no, this is good game design that they give you the ability to change your mind at any time and say no. I like that he always is. He always is. I think I'll actually go home for the night. I think I've had enough of Otz's flirting and his mother's as well, and I should check in on my dad.
Tell him hello from all of us, alright?
I will. Good night, York.
Good night, Magdalene. Two hours later.
Alright, let's see what my book shows.
I don't know what they've done with the sound design, but I love how the moment you're outside, it feels like heavy snow.
Yeah. It may be, like, active sound or something. Oops, sorry. The valley looks so beautiful, covered in snow. Yeah, everything sounds muffled. I don't think there's anything to do with the Abbey.
See if there's any points of interest up.
Yeah, good idea. Wrong button.
That's you by the Abbey, isn't it?
There are no points of... there's nothing. It hasn't even said to go to my house.
That sounds like you should maybe wander around a little bit.
I'll go home eventually, but now I'm going to do what a good adventurer does and put my back to
and go everywhere.
Exactly. Let's go take a look around real quick. I doubt anything will have changed, but let's go take a quick peek. Oh, can't go to the Upper Abbey. I'm locked out. I will see if my dad is okay last. Let's go through the forest. Oh, can't even go. See, Smokies is gone now. Can't go to the salt mine. It looks like I can go to the shrine. It's really pretty. What's this over here in the snow? No one comes out here at this time of year, it says. Uh-oh. She's still alive? And we have to run another ad break. Oh my goodness! Talk about another witness to talk about. I didn't think she was still alive.
Because the vine was chopped down and everything.
That was very suspicious.
Sus.
All right, folks, let's take another. Her Otto and the priest. Who'da thunk? I mean, right, folks. Let's take another ad break and a stretch. If you have not gotten up since we've been streaming, it's been an hour. You should get up and move around.
It sounds like it's my turn to get something from the kitchen. What can I fix you?
I'm good. And I have to get one more standy uppy for my standy uppiness, so I have to standy uppy.
That being the accepted legal term.
It does put her back on the suspects list, right? But she's walled in. But we also know she's been digging a tunnel, and she could have reached the structure under the church. Who knows how long ago?
Spoons.
Yes, exactly. All right, let's take a 3-minute break, and then let's see what Sister Amelie has to say for herself, shall we? Gonna do the skexy. Right.
Or enemies. Choose wisely.
That was one of the best lines in that series. Honestly, that was a great
Gutted that didn't get a second year.
I know. I wanted the podling knife. Night of the Long Knives. That would have been cool. Go forth. Get yourself a tea. Some water. Oh, I have to stand up. And I regret everything. Yes, I've reached the point where I make weird sounds when I stand up now. I don't like it.
We had a conversation earlier this week.
Put stuff on the tray and you
where
can
I was
take the
talking
tray
about how sometimes my back hurts in the morning, and I think that's a consequence of a medical thing I have at the moment. Margaret looked at me and went, "Are you sure it's not just a consequence of being 47?" And I was like, "Hey."
Don't talk about being old. It makes me sad. Here, take this.
Oh, I thought you were being helpful, whereas in fact, I was being helpful.
You are being helpful. I've helped you be helpful. You should see.
I'm Helpy Helperton.
You are Helpy Helperton. I'm adding our Dimension 20, and I'm actually questions. We were going to put these in the car, and I totally forgot to do so. So Veilguard. I'm very excited. And I'm considering a complete replay of Dragon Age 1 Origins, which was the best, in my opinion. And then 2, and then Inquisition. I'm like, oh, it's all so wonderful and so time-consuming. And I have all the novels. I have the book of short stories. I have the collector's edition hardback full color illustration volumes of the comics, but there are 3 new volumes of the comics that have not yet been released in hardcover, which I'm really hoping they're going to do soon so that I can add them to my collection. And I have both of the World of Thedas books, and I have a framed copy of the original Dragon Age cloth map. I hope there's a new cloth map that I can have framed, which would make me so happy. They haven't released any details on whatever the super hoopty ridiculously expensive version is going to be, but I want it.
I know.
I don't care what's in it. I need it.
Don't worry. I'm already planning.
It reminds me, I was going to load up my Steam library and
planning around how this is going to be achieved
in Steam.
This is actually quite a good year for video games franchises we are very fond of, because I get new Assassin's Creed this year as well.
Yep.
And
you're only how many in the hole?
2.
You haven't played Valhalla or Mirage.
I haven't played Valhalla or Mirage, and apparently Mirage is very small and discreet. It's all in one city, so...
Okay. It looks really good. And, Agdashloo, that
Shorey Agdashloo,
that woman and her incredible voice. Oh, I love her voice so much.
And New Greedfall.
Yeah! I totally forgot
Well
there's a
remembered,
volume
Heaven.
2 of Greedfall! And I don't know if it's a prequel or not. It's not
Do you think it might be the
clear.
initial expedition?
It might be the initial expedition, which would be fascinating. But now I want to play Greedfall again.
And we're back.
And are we back for the
We are
opening?
apparently back, according to Kate B.
Okay. Hang on. I'm checking my Steam library for Dragon Age. I own Origins Ultimate Edition. I don't own DA2 or Inquisition for the PC.
Would you want them for the PC?
I don't know, because I played Inquisition on console, but I tried to play Origins on console, and frankly, it was miserable. So after Baldur's Gate 3, I'm feeling like I might be up for a point-and-click experience this time around.
See, this is the other thing, because we're registered Hugo voters, and because this year's Hugo Awards Committee are miracle workers, Baldur's Gate 3 is up for the best video game Hugo, and they've given voters
Steam keys. Yep.
So we have another copy of Baldur's Gate 3.
Which is perfect. It means I can spend my evenings from now until the end of the year replaying Dragon Age, and you can play Baldur's Gate 3.
Yes.
And then we'll never do any chores or any responsible tasks ever again. And it will be a wonderful way to spend the winter. This is a fabulous plan.
With no drawbacks.
No drawbacks. I'm very happy. All right. Sister Amelie, the Undying. Who needs chores, right? I didn't really get on with Inquisition. A little too much open world distracted from the story, but that might be due to the OW fatigue from an earlier playthrough. I don't know what that means. Oh, fatigue. From an earlier playthrough of Fallout 3. Fair. Very fair. Inquisition has a lot. And
Also, you are in the hinterlands for 850 million
I put
years.
300 hours into Inquisition in a single playthrough. So you're not wrong. It is a big game. And I hope Veilguard is at least the same size. Because I love me a chunky 300-hour game with all the lore and all the shinies and all the crafting. La la la. I'm so excited. Okay, alright. This is gonna be all me, so. Focus, nerd. Okay. Also, Unsleeping City is the next Dimension 20 series we need to watch, because I know who Cody is, and now I need to know everything about Cody.
This dude breaks mopeds.
Oh, they haven't announced when they're going to show those yet, either.
Nope.
That's because we get Never Stop Blowing Up.
And we get Never Stop Blowing Up next week.
Next week?!
I think it's the 26th.
Oh, crap.
Don't examine it!
Oh, I know nothing about Unsleeping City other than, if you folks don't know, we went to the Dimension 20 live shows in London back in April, and the conceit of that was that each of the players randomly drew one of their characters to play, and Brian Murphy got Cody from the Unsleeping City, and I knew nothing about him. But now I must know everything about him. So Unsleeping City is next, because then we will be prepared for the sold out Madison Square Garden show. God, that energy is just gonna, so good. There's a lot of really cool stuff in life. Yay. Anyway, currently playing in my first D&D campaign, and my friend is doing a Court of Flaming Flowers campaign, which is one of my favorites. I haven't seen that one yet either. There are so many.
It's Lou as basically Denzel Washington from Much Ado About Nothing. Yes.
Oh no!
Lou and Brennan are both romantic leads in that.
Oh no!
Regency romantic leads.
Oh dear.
Brennan is a military officer.
Oh no!
Yeah, if you'll like Bridgerton, you'll love Akafaf.
Oh gosh. Oh dear.
Like, from what I can tell, Lou is genuinely Lord Studley.
Lord Studley. Okay. That might scratch my Bridgerton itch then after I finish season 3. Right! There's a nun! And she might have secret information! God bless you and Merry Christmas, Magdalene. I don't know why I've done all lady voice. Oh, Merry Christmas, Sister Amelie. Were we bothering you with the noise next door? No, not at all. Hearing people celebrating Christ's birth brings me great joy. Christmas should be a heartening time of year for us all. Oh boy, okay, let's see.
Kind of like the second one.
But the first one's a nice leading question. And the second one's a little bit more subtle. Okay, I like the first one. I enjoyed seeing everyone feeling better about the future, especially after all tasks endured. The people here have suffered greatly, but we must always find hope in the midst of despair. It is fitting to celebrate Christ's birth on days with so little light and warmth. Sorry. People need Christmas in the depth of winter to remind them that spring will return. And we will all have a chance to live again. Magdalene, who is that? Someone who's been following me. Please excuse me, Sister Amelie. I need to check on my father. Of course. God bless you. Thank you, sister. Oh no, Dad! The door's open! Is someone here? Dad! Why aren't I carrying a big stick? Oh, thank God.
Magdalene, is that you? What's the matter?
I'm real like someone was standing near the house. The door was open. I was afraid something might have happened to you.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear anything. I've been asleep most of the day. Most of the evening, too. I'm worried about you, Magdalene.
You're worried about me?
You're working too hard. I know taking care of me takes up so much of your time. And I know how hard you've been working on the mural. I like that one.
I know how important it is to you.
For you to work this hard, it has to be important to you.
It is important to me.
I'm not going to make it, Magdalene. Yeah.
I know.
It's alright. It's just life. I'm glad I'm going before you, even if it's sooner than either of us would like. I've already seen too much death in my time.
I just wanted to show you what I could do. I wanted you to be proud of me.
I have been. Every day of your life.
Oh no, the emotions!
Fields! You have never needed to prove anything to me. I wish I could stay to see the mural when you finish it, but I don't need to. I know it'll be more beautiful than anything these old hands have ever made.
Don't say that.
It's true, though. I mean, I got along all right. But I always knew you would surpass me before long. You can already see things I never could. See things and make them real.
I'm trying.
You're doing it. Whether I die tonight or tomorrow or the next day, I am not going to be here much longer. One morning you're going to wake up and you will have to do things for yourself. Love things for yourself, and you will have to share it with the world. Love is the only reason to do anything in this life.
He's right.
He is. Oh, all this talking. Too much. Could you bring me something to eat?
Of course, you haven't eaten all day.
And I missed the Christmas feast too. I can't believe no one brought me a cookie.
I'll go get some soup.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking, Endwich. Oh! Klaus? I'm sorry, Klaus. I'm sorry about everything. You're here. Oh.
I get to make these decisions?
Oh.
Is it Andreas?
I mean, we know what every other dude in the town looks like.
I thought I could stop all this.
Holy shit, it's Andreas. I've been trying to figure it out this whole time. After the fire, it's all I could think about. That. And them. They've never left me. They're all still there, all in the dance of death. The Baron, Piero. Frank. Hannah. Peter. Otto. Casper.
Oh.
August.
Who's August?
I don't know. And now you.
August was his wife, wasn't it?
Or his son.
Yeah. Dad? Oh God, it's you! Who are you? What are you doing to my father?
Magdalene, it's alright. It's alright. I'm sorry. I've forgotten my manners after all these years. And you've likely forgotten my face, or what it once was. It's Andreas. Magdalene, this is Andreas Mahler. Back from the dead.
The earliest memory I have is you running into a burning library.
I'm sorry.
I don't understand. No one could have survived that.
Maybe I shouldn't have, but I did. I don't understand, Andreas. Where have you been all these years? Hiding from the world. In the ruins, mostly. Sometimes in the woods when it was warm. Stealing bread from Gret. Stealing books from you. Oh, so I wasn't going crazy. It's the only thing that's kept my mind from forgetting what words are.
How did you survive the fire?
With some difficulty. I grabbed as many books as I could and placed them in the scriptorium. When the smoke got too thick, I started to black out. The next thing I remember was Casper pulling me into the crypt. Your apprentice? The boy? You sent him back to Salzburg. He didn't leave. He waited in the woods and he watched what was happening. When he saw me in the window, he ran through the crypt to save me. And he did. But he saw that I was trying to save the books. And he went back in.
Casper!
I couldn't stop him. I was barely conscious. He never came back out, Klaus.
Oh,
that
Casper!
poor boy!
So now we know why we've never seen him.
Because he did die. When I woke up, everyone was dead or gone. I couldn't face any of you. I couldn't go back to Sabine, to that empty house. I hid.
You painted over the Dance of Death in the Abbey.
Turns out I had a reason to keep painting. I am sorry if I scared you. No one's come into the Abbey for years. I thought I was safe there. I was afraid to talk to you. I was afraid to talk to anyone.
Did you leave us those notes? The ones with the purple writing?
No, those were written by a different, occult hand. One that does not want you to finish your mural. One that has killed and may kill again to stop you from telling Tassing's history.
Tassing's history? Why?
Because Tassing's real history is at odds with the story we have all been told. It's been covered bit by bit, layer by layer, until it could no longer be seen. But it's still here. It's always been here, hidden beneath our feet.
He's talking about the...
Yeah, he is.
The move.
And it's still protected, haunted by the spectre of death that has hung over this place for generations. The thread puller.
Thread puller beneath our feet? What are you talking about?
The person who attacked your father is the same person who manipulated someone into killing Otto Zimmermann and Lorenz Rothvogel. Yes, and they travel through the Roman aqueduct that connects Tassing and Kiersau. It's a network of tunnels I have become quite familiar with, and I have seen the ghost that haunts them that can squeeze through the tiniest opening.
It's Sister Amelie.
It's the nun.
It's the nun.
I've seen it bend itself in half to reach places I could never follow. I've traveled every inch of the aqueduct in the old city, but there is one place I have never found. The lair where the thread puller retreats to, the ancient Roman temple that it is determined to hide from view.
The Mithraeum! You found it!
No, but I mapped out a darkness between the collapsed tunnels, and I believe I know how to get there. Come with me. I'll show you.
Dad?
He's a good man, Magdalene. You'll be safe with him.
Will you be alright?
I'll be fine. Protect my daughter, Andreas.
Ooh.
With my life, Klaus, I promise.
Alright. Let's find the Mithraeum. The Wrath House? What are we doing here?
When the men dug the foundation, they found Roman ruins that had been buried over time. Lucky never wasted stone, so he used the Roman wall as one of the cellars. There's a way inside. To the hidden place.
Are you alright?
Yes.
Alright, then I guess into the cellar. Oh, wow!
Twisty.
Dad calls him the thread puller.
I love how Magdalene is drawn so the quill looks very sword-like.
Right? So
Andreas has hidden out for 25 years.
Man.
Consumed with guilt. It's pretty much flat out said because Caspar died saving the books that he went in to try and save.
Man.
That poor kid.
That poor kid.
The only way you can save him is if you're a dick to him. And then when you send him home, he's basically like, fuck you, I'm out.
Oh. Alright. I'm assuming I have no other options here. Somebody better bring my... The last thing Dad said was protect my daughter. This is not a... I mean, oh, man. There's a lantern. Alright, this wall is different. Does that mean this is the place? No.
It's two-sided, new and old. This was above ground once. This carried water. Look.
Alright, I think I can make it out. Cornelius goes to the bath today and completes the 6 steps in the Minrathium. So is it a... goes to the bath today? Is this some sort of early proto-Christian group? If it completes the 6 steps, are they talking about baptism?
Yes, you see?
No, I certainly do not see, Andreas.
Well, here.
Mithras the god, right. A warning would have been nice.
Oh. Sorry. I'm not used to being around people. This is the aqueduct.
The aqueduct would carry water to the bath, so you think this will take us to the Mithraeum?
Exactly.
You seem very confident.
We know it exists. I know where it is not. I believe this is the only place it could be. It must be near the baths.
You believe it?
Yes.
All right.
After you, please. You jabbed it.
Manu propria. I know we only have 20 minutes of stream left, but Wendy's not here, so if we run late, it's okay. Bathhouse. This part of the tunnel is collapsed. We're not getting to the Minrathium this way.
I think. Yes, Caspar and I found a collapsed section of the aqueduct near town. He explored it, but he couldn't describe what he found in the dark. This must be the other side.
Look, it's my choice.
Yes.
It's my character choice.
I shouldn't have let him go. I should have taken more care with him.
Let him talk?
Yeah. I'm sorry. We can go.
You okay?
I'm good. Oh yeah, I'm genuinely good.
Ooh.
Dude. Decoration. These must have been the baths.
It doesn't look like there's a way through.
Silt. All the floods keep carrying it down here. Hundreds of years of floods. What if we can't get through? What if it's buried forever?
It's too early to get this discouraged. Let's keep looking. More stairs. Down. Would something be below the baths?
Hypocaust. They use warm air to heat the rooms above. Roman colonies in the north often had them.
Let's hope these haven't filled with silt as well. It's literally a raised floor.
Yep.
Do you know where we're going? These pillars just kind of go in all directions. Andreas, could you go look that way? I think I'm going to try exploring ahead.
Of course.
Oh gosh! I switched characters!
That's cool.
Ah!
How could you abandon your work, Andreas? I thought you were a true artist, a master of your craft. But all you created was misery.
Ghosts. I'm being haunted by ghosts.
The only thing more pitiful than watching you work in that scriptorium was your love of that dying art.
Harsh. Is it beating?
Yep.
I thought you understood what I was forced to do. Your callousness killed us all. Kiwi, I think we're going to run into
We're getting
Casper
and August, I'm guessing.
Are there fumes down here?
Yeah, there are.
Look at the background changing.
Master, why did you send me back into the flame?
Oh, Casper! I wonder if he's gonna pass out.
Oh my god. No, no, this isn't right. I can't be here right now. How did I get here?
Andreas.
You're still here.
Yes, for a little longer.
I thought I'd gone mad.
Not yet. Not entirely. But you've been on this road for a long, long time. You must leave this place forever, Andreas. You must abandon it for good.
How? What can I do? I don't even know how I got here.
This was once a place of refuge for your mind, Andreas. But it has become a prison. A prison you constructed to protect yourself.
From what?
From pain. From risk. From life itself.
But I can't stay here. I have to help Magdalene. How do I get out?
Andreas, you are the architect of this place. I will help you as best I can, but you are the only one who can answer that.
Oh my God.
Wow! Okay, let's take a look. Which of these exits do I want?
My guess is the exits all go to the same kind of place.
Okay, so there's 6. We can get to the outer ring, and then there's 6 doors.
Do you want me to look it up?
No, it's just a maze. I can do it. So that's where I need to go. Dun 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 dun. Okay. Hello, Andreas.
Is that you, Sabine?
Yes, of course. I'm still here. Part of me will always be here with you. We haven't talked in so long. Why is that?
You reminded me of August. Remind me.
It wasn't all bad, Andreas. We lost him, but we had 4 years together. They were happy years, weren't they?
They were. But then they ended. And it felt like life ended with them.
I know. It was hard for both of us. I don't blame you for anything. And you should stop blaming yourself. It may be too late for us, but it's not too late for you, Andreas. It's not too late for Magdalene.
Yes, Magdalene. I have to help her.
You can, Andreas. But you have to leave this place behind for good.
I know. I can. I will.
You will.
Thank you, Sabine. Will I ever see you again?
Not in this place. But maybe someday. In a better place. In a better dream. Oh, no, this way.
Master Andreas!
Oh.
Oh. Casper. It's really you. It's so good to see you again, Master.
You're about to break everybody's heart.
I know, right? How can you say that? You died because of me. I just wanted to help you, Master Andreas. You couldn't think straight. Shouldn't blame yourself anymore. And let my family down.
Or do you like what should
I actually really like What Should I Do? Get back to life, I think. I wish I knew how. Help Magdalene, Master. And she'll help you. Alright, Casper. Thank you. Thank you for everything you taught me. Oh. Wait, what happened? This was the way out. Before I started talking to Casper, I know this was the way out.
Your mind is fighting itself, Andreas. It remembers the pain of life. It's trying to protect you from it.
Beatrice?
Yes.
I thought you were gone.
You brought me back.
Oh. So what do I do now?
Keep going. Alright. So now I gotta go back around, it looks like.
It's gonna shut every door on you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's making me fight for it for sure.
There he is. You too. It's been so many nights, so many years without seeing your face. I thought I'd forgotten it. I know there's nothing I could have done, but that doesn't make me feel any less guilty. It's always there under the surface, no matter how I try to bury it. And I don't know what I am supposed to do with this. It's alright. What? It's alright, Daddy. It is? You don't have to hide here anymore. I'm scared, August. I know. That's why you can't stay. There are people who need you. What if I can't help them? I don't know, Daddy. I'm too little. I think you have to figure that out on your own. Of course.
Yeah,
never
he never
before.
talked.
You're right. Thank you. I love you, Daddy. I love you too. Good night, August. Good night. They shifted again. The walls...
It's still trying to protect you.
No.
It's not?
No. I mean, no. I don't have to do this. This is my mind. My maze. And I'm leaving.
Good. But this next part might be confusing.
Oh.
From the... What? I don't understand.
I don't understand any of this. Why are you holding the maze?
Two things are merging in your mind.
You and...
There are layers to everything, even our memories. Over time, the foundations became buried. We can no longer recall how we got here, no longer recall what came before.
And what came before?
Our Lady, watching over the labyrinth, as I watch over you. And even this has roots that reach deeper into the past. There was not always a lady to watch over the labyrinth, but there was a labyrinth.
What? I don't understand.
That's the nun.
That's the nun.
Folks, it's forcing us to run another ad break, and we want to run a little bit longer because this is like the final sequence. So I'm going to run a very short ad break. I'm going to try and run 2 minutes, and then we will come back to that.
Poor Casper.
Oh, Casper's so sweet. That's the head of the saint statue,
Yes,
isn't
it
it?
is.
And this is obviously a Roman temple. I mean, look at the Roman on the wall and the It looks like Medusa, maybe, on the red up on the top.
It's very... There's a lot of Romano-Grecian shit going down, isn't there?
So now I'm starting to think, my theory now is that she's responsible for these murders. But what did the priest know? Was he trying to keep her contained, maybe?
Yeah. By the way, have you seen this?
Seen what?
This company does pink and purple next-gen tops.
Fuck.
I'll send you the link.
Oh! Ellenhofer! That's where my
Ellenhofer.
Captain Marvel, cardigan comes from.
Yeah, they do next-gen tops now.
No, I'm not wearing an off color. If I'm wearing one, I'm getting my motherfucking command red. Thank you very much.
Or stealthy legal, which I choose to believe is white.
Yes, well, I mean, that's usually medical. And they didn't seem to wear any special... No, there was a guy in a white uniform at the trial of...
Of number one.
Number one.
Yeah, there
you
was.
just like that sweater I have that looks like Star Trek
I do.
legal.
I do.
Yes, okay, fair enough.
You know I have at least one volume of Jag in Space, right?
Jack in Space is just such an
We're back, baby.
underappreciated concept. I want it so much. Okay. It says I have 5 seconds left on the ad break. Alright. There we go.
What? I don't understand.
Hang on a second. I'm getting a strange message.
Sister Amelie? Is this real? Am I still in my mind?
Folks, I don't know why, but it's just
I just started
another ad. So I'm gonna pause and let it catch up. I tried to run a short ad and it didn't let me. It's like, no, you have to run
capitalism.
Fuck you, capitalism. Quick! If you needed to pee before and you didn't get up, go now. I don't know why either. It just said it's my ads manager is telling me there's an ad running. So I'm going to give it another moment. Yeah, my foot looks much happier with that bandage on. Much, 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 much happier. Okay. Now is everybody back from ads now? I think it's the case. I mean, this is the denouement. I don't want to mess it up for anybody. All right, here we go. All right. You are here with me, and we are here in spirit. What are you thinking?
You look like Beatrice a moment ago.
She won't know who Beatrice is. Ask her.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Are we still in the ruins?
We are in the tabernacle, the heart of the labyrinth.
Tabernacle holds the Holy Host in a locked and secure box between services of the Eucharist, God's holy place. This has been a use of the Identify spell, and this has been a mild Catholic flashback for Alistair.
But this isn't a tabernacle. Your spirit was wandering, and the Lord brought you here.
I don't understand. How did you leave your cell?
I have not. We are only here in spirit, Andreas. I like this one.
Top one.
Yeah.
Is this real? Am I finally experiencing that which I have only read about in the testimony of mystics?
I told you long ago that reading cannot communicate a spiritual experience. But yes, this is real, and you need not be afraid. Have faith. If you are here with me, it is the Lord's will. Oh. Andreas? Sister Amelie! What are you doing here, sister? This is the center of the labyrinth, the tabernacle. It is where the Lord sends my spirit to do his will. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
She's done
Father
murders.
Thomas is her wrangler.
She's done murders. You were right.
He has also guided your spirits here. There must be a purpose to it.
I'd go with the top one.
Yeah. Sister, we're looking for the Mithraeum. Is this it? Mithraeum? No. This is the tabernacle. Not a place of wood and stone, but a place of spirit. The Lord has called me to this place for many years. He has always made his will known to me. Soon he will make it known to you.
Sister, how does your spirit come to this place?
Through the door, between life and death. When my spirit hears the call, it descends through my grave. Here the Lord tells me what messages I must bear, and to whom. You deliver messages?
Written in purple ink?
Yes. Once long ago I was a scribe. I copied many works of the great church doctors. Origen, in particular.
Origen, a prolific first-century ascetic and theologian, best known for his exegetical writings and homilies, influenced the development of the Trinity and the ransom theory of atonement. This has been a use of the identify spell. Remember, her grave is actually in her cell.
That's right. But that all ended with the fire. It ended with my life.
Wait.
I thought I had given up the pen forever, until the visions returned.
No!
When fire took my abbey, I couldn't save my sisters. Not one. Notice
Look at the
print.
purple.
All I could grab was a single book and a bolt of purple ink cloth. I couldn't understand why God had spared me alone. But he showed me. God had a higher purpose for me, for my hand. Father Thomas explained it to me. He makes everything clear. Oh, he's been using her. Oh! He tells me what I must do, what the Lord wills me to do.
It was you. This whole time, you wrote the notes.
I found one by my dad when he was attacked.
Sister Amelie, you pushed those people into committing murder.
What? No, that can't be true. The Lord would not use me for such a purpose.
Middle one. I think.
But that's what happened, sister. You wrote those notes.
And people were murdered because of them.
No, I wouldn't. He wouldn't. There was nothing in his messages about murder. No, I am not here. This cannot be happening. This can't be happening. Ah! All right, motherfucker.
Sister Amelie. Shh. It's all right.
Father Thomas, how did you get down here?
Tassing is an old place. It's buried many ancient roads and tunnels over the centuries. People walk above the hidden ways every day without even knowing it. Though in truth, it was Sister Amelie who rediscovered them first and found this place. Wait. The dimensions of this is the foundation of the church. Father Thomas, did you... In other circumstances, I would be overjoyed to see you, Andreas. In truth, I am still happy you are alive, thank God. But I think the occasion of this reunion leaves little to rejoice about.
You and Sister Amelie were behind all of the murders!
No, she had no part in this. But the notes, she wrote them. She did, but she did not understand their purpose. I guided her. I told her what to write. You abused her love and her trust for your own purposes. He who wishes to follow love's way must regard neither cost nor shame, nor pain. He must stand to everything, even her most terrible commands. I am ashamed to admit it, but yes, I did.
To what end? What was the point of any of this?
Look around you. What do you see?
Roman ruins.
Look closer. It looks like the statue of Saint Moritz from the meadow.
And the images of Saint Satya from the shrine. I don't understand.
It's Saint Moritz and Saint Satya, and Mars, and Diana.
Oh, so you recognize
It's a cross-faith temple.
that all of the...
It's a cross-faith. Every story is true.
Yeah, they're all true. The saints are the gods.
When the Romans left Tassing, their buildings, their temples, their statues remained. Christians settled here centuries later, and they found time-worn fragments of that imperial grasp.
People don't realize the sheer length of time that passed. For example, the Egyptians who the Romans encountered were already studying the original pyramids as ancient artifacts.
Yes, every single time period is infinitely longer than we think it is.
Yes.
This statue of Mars, Pater, that once watched over the Roman fields, stood there still, headless and nameless. The settlers believed it was Saint Moritz, who was already a legend where they had come from. They found the shrines to Satya, and not understanding she was an aspect of Diana, believed she was another local saint.
So the people turned them into saints.
Sanctity and sainthood exist outside of what people believe, Magda.
They literally don't, though.
People cannot turn someone into a saint any more than they can unmake the divinity of Christ. But they knew of the saints and learned local legends of the region and applied them to the figures they found here. No one knew they were Roman gods because there was no account of what the Romans did and left here, except for Historia Tassiae. But Historia Tassiae was not known then. Perhaps it had not even been written then. Who knows how long that book had been lost for before it made its way to Father Matthias. And you killed him for it. Yes, I did. With poison. No one suspected.
Wait, you killed someone?
May God forgive me, I did, yes. When Father Matthias learned that there was no evidence that Saint Moritz had ever come to Tassing, that the shrine to him in the meadow was a statue of Mars, that the Romans had erected hundreds of years ago, that Saint Satya was the Roman goddess Diana, well, he resolved to deal with it. And you resolved to deal with him. Andreas, our people believe in Saint Moritz. They believe in the miracles God has worked through his hand.
Yeah. I don't think God's gonna forgive that one, buddy.
And they believe in the legend of Saint Satia, that she helped Moritz and watches over Tassing still.
And that was worth killing the abbot.
I believed it was then, yes. If St. Moritz never came to Tassing, what is in the reliquary? What are the pilgrims coming to see? What does it mean for the people who prayed to him, to Saint Satia, and believed their prayers were answered? What does it mean for the church that has given people hope, fixed like a false star in a dark sky? If the people have reason to doubt the validity of the saints, can they doubt the church?
Can I introduce you to a guy named Martin Luther down the road a little bit?
Can they doubt the gospel, the word of God? Throw his words back in his face.
Perhaps some would, but you've always told us that we have to accept Christ of our own free will.
Yes, of course, but preserving the legends of our saints doesn't interfere with individual volition.
Yes, it does. It makes it a house of cards you built on known lies.
You are preserving a lie. I preserved a lie to illuminate greater truth.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what they said about residential schools, too.
God so loved the world that he gave his only son. If you believe this, if you truly believe this, eternal life is yours. And saints have walked among us, and their relics work miracles, and they hear our prayers and answer them.
Please insert one evidence.
And the two that protect this town were never here. They don't need to know that, Andreas! There are times when God feels so far away from us in these mountains. But a peasant in Tassing can stand in a field, look over our valley and say St. Moritz was here. God was with us, and he is with us still, and he will be with us always. And that is the truth, even if the legend of St. Moritz is a lie.
Then why are you so afraid to preserve the lie? And you think that justifies all of this?
In the end, no. But at each step I thought it was right. I was wrong. I know this is hard to believe, but I was trying to save lives, to prevent death.
You were trying to prevent death when you attacked my father.
But one murder didn't solve the problem, did it? Because one day, Baron Rothvogel rode into town with another copy of Historia Tassiae, a copy he promised to give to the abbot so Kirsau could come to terms with its past. And if Father Gonneau read its contents, you would be facing the same danger you saw in Father Matthias. In retrospect, given how Father Gonneau chose to run the abbey, my fears may have been unfounded.
You okay?
Yeah, just got bugged, that's all.
That sentiment didn't prevent you from doing it again.
You're right, it didn't. But then why Otto? Certainly he didn't have anything to do with Historia Tassiae, he couldn't even read. In the end, his murder provoked Peter and the others into destroying the abbey. I never thought that would happen. I underestimated Peter's anger and the peasants' frustration. Oh, they're both golden.
You seem to have a difficult time reading people, Father.
It appears that way, yes. Thanks, Hawkeye. I was trying to prevent Otto from showing people what he found. what he found when he was helping to dig up the foundation of the rot house.
The wall of the aqueduct.
No, everyone knows about the old aqueducts. That wouldn't cause alarm. What he found was a stone head. The missing head of the statue in the meadow. The statue at the shrine of St. Moritz.
How did it wind up over there?
The most likely culprits are rain, floods, and time.
Black Till told me that farmers find old tools and pottery in the fields every year.
Yes, and this head remained hidden for centuries. It sat in the soil until Otto found it. And he was going to show everyone that God had favored the town with his discovery. What Otto could not know is that our shrine's statue was not of St. Moritz. Because Otto could not read the words chiseled across the helmet. Mars paper. But the man he entrusted with this information, the town priest, he could. Yes. And you told him to meet you on St. John's Eve at the Rot House. I could not let him destroy our town's beliefs. And you had poor Sister Amelie write down what you told her were visions, visions she could not remember, and deliver them in the dead of night to Guy, to Hannah, to Martin, so that one of them would murder Otto just as someone murdered Lorenz.
What about my father?
I'm sorry, Magdalene.
Why did you do it? It doesn't make any sense. Was it because of the mural?
Yes. Klaus pursued the project with the determination of a guilty man doing penance. He kept digging and digging for answers about Tassing's past, about Kirsau's past. I was afraid that sooner or later he would find out about Moritz, Satia, this place, everything.
So you tried to kill him?
No, I tried to scare him. First with the note, but he ignored it, and I thought if I ransacked the workshop, that would scare him off. I didn't expect him to come down so quickly. It was just an accident.
I don't believe you. It wasn't an accident. You almost killed him. You did kill him. It's just taking time.
I know. So what are you going to do now? Kill me? Kill Magdalene? No, of course not. I have neither the means nor the will to do so. But even if I can't stop you from telling people what I've done, I can stop them from finding this place. You fucking maniac.
He's gonna collapse the church.
Go.
Stop!
It's too late for me, but I can still take Tassing's secrets with me.
She's not dead, by the way.
Oh no, I know. Father, you are going to kill us all. You're going to kill Amelie. Then leave and take her with you. You can tell the townsfolk what you want, but if you stay here, we will die together.
Yeah. Tell him it's suicide. He won't go. Oh, he already... That's not gonna work. He already knows he's not going to heaven. He's committed murder. But, well, no. Let's try. Yeah. You'd really kill yourself and destroy the church to hide this secret.
Churches can be rebuilt more easily than faith. I'm willing to pay the price for that. Father! Go.
Oh my good grief. We are like 20 minutes over time. Should we stop here?
This actually feels like quite a good spot. We're probably just gonna... my guess is we've got about 20 minutes to half an hour of wrap-up yet.
I know. Oh my gosh. Holy cow. I was right about Thomas.
You were right. You called this as like session 1 when he sees the figure. You called that as the nun.
Yeah. I want to do a little bit more and see if we can find like a stopping point.
Okay.
Well, let's see what... Yeah.
Are you alright?
I think so. You?
In truth, no. But I survived. And so did she. They must have heard that at the Golden Hand.
Entire church collapsing? I'd hope so.
What are we going to tell them?
What do you mean?
About this. About everything.
Why wouldn't we just tell them the truth?
For the same reason Father Thomas hid it. Please hear you're working.
Explain your thinking.
I'm just not sure it makes sense. What good will it do to tell everyone about St. Moritz and St. Satia? Maybe Father Thomas was right about that. If nothing else, maybe it would break their faith.
Oh God, what a choice. I'm sorry, but you don't take that kind of choice away from people.
I don't think you do. I don't think you can.
Let them make their own decisions about whether or not they consider it a saint or not. But lying to people never goes well. I think he's wrong. I think the people here have enough faith to hear the truth.
You know them better than I do. Especially since I've been away for so long.
I thought understanding this would feel better. We found out who did all of this, who attacked my dad. But it's not like we can bring anyone back. We can't undo any of the hurt that he's caused.
Father Thomas won't be able to hurt anyone else.
Maybe he never would have.
I think you're right. I think we should tell them. About the saints, the Romans, all of it.
I hate that doing the right thing feels so awful.
I'm sorry.
I am too. But I still think it's what we need to do.
Then we'll tell them.
Good.
We should get Sister Amelie someplace warm.
We can take her to my house. You'll probably have some explaining to do.
A lot, I should think. It has been a long time coming.
I'm glad you didn't die in the fire.
I am too. I think.
Merry Christmas, Andreas.
Merry Christmas. Oh.
Should we stop here?
I think this feels like a logical stop point.
Okay. I feel bad because we're going to start the next game and it's going to run for like 20 minutes.
I mean, the other option is we finish at midnight and that throws off everyone's sleep. We've already gone over half an hour. If you really want to, I can do another 15 minutes, but I don't want to do another hour.
No, let's stop here. I think you're right. I think it may be that the final session is 20 minutes long, but
And then Cloudpunk.
But we'll just switch to the other game,
Like
and
I
we'll
said,
find.
if you want to push, we can, but I don't really want to push past about 11:45.
No, let's wrap it up here, everybody.
Okay.
I don't know what the fallout consequences are going to be. The mural still hasn't been revealed.
This is it.
I'm feeling very smug that I didn't center the saints in the mural now.
I mean, we've got Klaus who's going to die. We've got the mural reveal. We've got the aftermath of everything, and
I
then
know.
wrap up. That feels like another half hour to an hour.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Wow.
Okay.
Priests be priestin'. Yeah, that was very unexpected, for sure. Thank you very
Thank you so much for joining us.
As we brought down the town church on top of our heads.
Fuck the police.
Well, I bet they still coming, so that'll be interesting.
Thank you to all the brave souls who have stuck with us for the extra half hour.
For sure.
Well, that was a lot. We do have a copy of the Historia Tassier waiting to be translated.
Yes, I'm glad we have the book as well, because now we have a very different story to tell, don't we? Exactly. Thank you very much for joining us, folks. We'll be back on, what is today?
Sunday. We'll be back on Sunday.
We'll be back on Sunday for Cloudpunk. And
Although, if you wanted to wrap this on Sunday...
No, because I don't want to split the sign streams, because these folks want to be able to see
Collapsing a
it.
church on Christmas Eve, right?
I mean, come on, right? On the nose, for sure.
So, the next time you will hear from us is Friday, when this week's issue of The Full Lid, which includes some excellent subtitles and a particularly great Star Trek comic that's been released for Pride Month, and the best German tongue twister I've ever heard.
No, we have a different play out now, remember?
Oh yeah, we do.
We have another... There'll be a play out.
There'll be a play out. It'll be good.
It's still being workshopped about which one we're actually going to use.
Then on Sunday, we'll carry on with Cloudpunk, and then the following Wednesday, we'll do the final, we're guessing half hour or so of this.
We'll probably wrap up Pentiment.
And then Cloudpunk.
If we haven't wrapped it up, or barring that, maybe we'll think of something new to start.
Maybe we will. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us, folks. I've been Alistair.
I've been Marguerite, and we should wrap this up before the ad break circles back around.
Jesus, we got another one coming in.
Yeah, exactly.
And this has been a theological apocalypse, but hopefully a good one.
Damn it, Father Thomas.
God damn it, Father Thomas.
I know. Have a good night, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for sticking around a bit later. Enjoy the rest of your time zone. We'll see you soon.
Goodbye.
Bye.